everyone. I'm Margaret Williams. I'm the Dean of the Rawls College of Business here at Texas Tech University and would like to welcome you, whether you're joining us live here today or whether you're joining us our recorded session later on. I want to thank you for being here. We always rely on our generous donors, whether they be alumni, parents, students, friends. Your support is so important to the college and important to the university. And of course, even more so now that we're in a pandemic, but we have always relied on your generosity and always will rely on your generosity. Before we get started, I want to thank a couple of fabulous folks here at the Rawls College of Business, our development team headed up by Ryan Todd, our senior director, Maggie Baker, who you'll hear from today, and our newest member, Ryan Hawkins. Both the college and our donors are in great hands working with that team. And I also want to thank Julie Doss, our senior director for external relations, and Laura Sanders, who's on the line, our director of alumni, for the great work that they do in coordinating all of our activities that are alumni related and employer related. So I'm just here to welcome you, to thank you for the support that you have given us in the past and will continue to give us in the future. Today's topic is of great importance not only to the college, but I think also to your employers. When we talk about matching gifts, that means that your employer has a culture of philanthropy that they are making it available for you to share with the organizations and the initiatives that you are passionate about. So I also indirectly want to thank all of the organizations that are even making this topic possible for us to discuss, that of matching gifts. So Eric, a big thank you to you too. You're a great supporter of the college. We appreciate all you do, and I'm so pleased that you're on part of this presentation today. So again, thanks to everyone, and I will hand it off to Maggie Baker.
Thank you, Dean Williams, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to our third installment of our Smart Giving webinar series, Maximizing Your Impact with Matching Gifts. There we go. Okay, so my name is Maggie Baker. I'm a Director of Development here at the Rawls College and a certified fundraising executive. Essentially, matching gifts are a relatively simple way to double or even triple, in some cases, your impact. The most common match would be through a corporate giving program that can multiply an employee's initial donation to an eligible nonprofit organization like the Texas Tech Foundation. Companies of all shapes and sizes have created matching gift programs to give back and to encourage employee philanthropy. They can vary in many ways. Some match current employees only, some continue to retirees. Some are a one-to-one match, some will match by a percentage, and some will match even more. And some matching gifts, they limit by company too. So some can match up to 500, up to 10,000, or unlimited funds. In limited cases, Texas Tech, usually through another donor, will have a matching gift program available as well. And these come along more infrequently, but are another great way to maximize your impact. Matching gifts are also surprisingly underutilized by donors. Alumni and friends who want to give back to the Rawls College of Business usually want to make the most of that commitment and really maximize the impact that it can make on Rawls students and the future of the school. So that's why we wanted to shed some light on how to find and use your available match and the huge impact that it can make. As we go through today's presentation, we'll also hear from Texas Tech alumni and how they've been able to leverage matching gifts, and also touch on other company funding opportunities that we've seen, including fundraising events and group giving models. So how do you find out about your own company's matching gift policy? The simplest way is to ask your HR department. But I found that many people are hesitant to reach out about their policy because it feels like asking for additional money personally. However, in fact, it's a benefit that you already have access to. In most cases, it's just taking advantage of an opportunity that you already have available to you. However, sometimes it's not that simple. So here's another tool that you can use to find your policy. At givetotech.com/matching gifts, we have a search function with thousands of companies listed. I used KPMG as an example because I'll be circling back to that firm later in the webinar, but I just typed in KPMG and their matching gift policy, including eligible employees, their gift range, their match ratio, and all the necessary forms all popped up. It even gives contact information if we have it, so that you can reach out directly to the person at your company who can assist you. To illustrate an outstanding example of using matching gifts to maximize your impact that you can make as a donor, I've asked Eric Wright to share his experience creating the Eric and Julie Wright Scholarship Endowment within the Rawls College. So Eric, can you please introduce yourself and share your story?
Sure. My name is Eric Wright, and I graduated from Texas Tech in 2010 with an energy commerce degree, then followed by an MBA in 2015. When I graduated from Tech, I started working at XTO and been working with them ever since. It's been a good career. And my wife, who joined me in creating the endowment, is also a graduate of Texas Tech. She graduated in 2012 from the School of Art and has worked in many different jobs since then. And recently, within the last 2 years, has started her own business. So she's growing and learning with that as well. And so a little bit of, why we wanted to do this endowment is one of my personal goals, as well as to help give back to the university and college that gave me the opportunity to, pursue a career in the energy business. And so that was my motivation behind it. And after talking with Ryan a few years back, it became aware that we had a matching program and that this goal was actually in a little closer reach than I was expecting. At the time, I knew there was a significant amount of money that was needed to create one. But with the matching program, I was able to do it a little faster than I anticipated, which was great because it also now allows me to continue to donate to that endowment, and hopefully over years it'll grow to something much larger than anything I could ever anticipate. So it helped me maximize my impact to the College of Business a little faster. And so I've used it. I probably will continue to use it as long as I'm employed with the company.
Thank you so much, Eric. We're so grateful to you and to Julie for your support of the Rawls College. I do want to note that policies have evolved in the last couple years, so endowments cannot be originally established using matching gifts. However, I encourage you to start a conversation with your development officer or your donor advising officer. Just ask and see what kind of options are available to accomplish your own philanthropic goals. So I keep using the word impact, which is a relatively straightforward word, but what does that mean in terms of philanthropy and in terms of the Rawls College of Business? It means the difference that you're making with your gift. It means the student with financial need who doesn't have to work a second job in order to get through college, or the sending students to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity national competition. It means attracting and recruiting and retaining the best faculty to teach here at the Rawls College of Business. It's the actual return on philanthropic investment from the gift that you choose to make. And I also keep using the word maximize. And maximizing the impact that you're making doesn't necessarily mean giving all your money right away. In fact, this is a chart of a frequently used gift schedule. If your corporate match, for example, has a funding maximum of $5,000 a year, creating an endowment over 5 years instead of an outright gift of $25,000 will actually allow you to match that gift payment every year. So instead of $25,000 plus a $5,000 match for a total of 30, you can match your payments every year and instead make a gift of $50,000. But if you have any questions about how to maximize your impact, again, call your development or your donor advising officer, call me. And we can find a creative way to leverage whatever benefits are available to you. As I mentioned earlier, there are also sometimes internal matching gift opportunities available for certain projects, for certain priorities, or for certain periods of time through Texas Tech University. Our most recent example here at the Rawls College is the Dean Strategic Initiative Endowment. When Dean Margaret Williams was hired on several years ago, Texas Tech University agreed to match gifts of $50,000 or more to the Strategic Initiative Endowment at a 1-to-1 rate until $1 million was raised. There are actually still some funds available in this initiative, so if you'd like to learn more, I'll have my contact information posted at the end of the webinar. But it's a very simple way to instantly double the impact that you're making on the Rawls College of Business. One more extreme example is around 2014. The JT and Margaret Talkington Foundation challenged all of Texas Tech University to raise $10 million to receive the same gift in matching funds from the foundation. So this was a very broad raise across the whole university, but that broadness actually helped us reach that challenge and raise a total of $20 million in fewer than 90 days from its start. Let's see, if you find yourself passionate about a program or a scholarship idea here at the Rawls, you can also consider raising or matching those funds yourself. We have an alumnus who recently wanted to create a scholarship for fifth-year accounting students who often lose their scholarship once they're enrolled in the master's program and are no longer undergraduate students. She gave some of the gift herself, but then also encouraged her peers and her colleagues to make gifts in her honor as well until the endowment was fully funded. Similarly, you could use your own gift to the Rawls as a challenge grant. If you were to pledge a match up to a certain amount and encourage your peers to join you in your efforts that way, reciprocity can be a very powerful fundraising tool. So if they don't give, you don't give either. So in this way, if you want to see your impact doubled for an opportunity that you really care about, you can make that happen. It is no secret, I want to give this example, it's no secret that many accounting firms, especially the Big Four, have pretty generous matching gift policies. About 6 years ago, some Texas Tech alumni working in the Dallas office of KPMG worked with the KPMG Foundation to fund a professorship here at the Rawls College. A partner at the firm decided he wanted to make this happen. And now there continues to be a network of Red Raiders within the firm who respond to an annual appeal to contribute to the professorship and grow the impact of the fund. And they raise another $20,000 to $25,000 each year through employee giving, with individual gifts starting at just $25. The professorship is now held by a faculty member who is able to research trends in audit methodology and other key challenges encountered by audit professionals. And so the professorship will have an awesome value for accounting firms just like KPMG. To get the professorship started, they were able to take advantage of matching funds through the Texas Research Initiative Program, or TRIP. TRIP was established by Texas legislature in 2009 in order to leverage private gifts for the enhancement of research productivity and faculty recruitment. It matches in tiers, depending on the size of the initial gift, beginning at $100,000. So examples of eligible gifts are endowed chairs and professorships, graduate fellowships, research facilities, research equipment, and the like. Trip fulfillment is a bit backlogged by several years, but we can continue to submit eligible products for those matching funds as well. And there are other ways to involve your company in your own philanthropic goals, where philanthropy might be about meeting social goals. Sponsorship is about meeting business goals. A lot of organizations already have an existing budget for marketing, networking, and recruiting, especially those with a dedicated corporate philanthropy program. Corporate philanthropy can create a pretty powerful competitive advantage if it's planned with a focus on the organization's target market. It can bolster name recognition, branding opportunities. It can help drive recruitment and retention, and also provide an opportunity to make a charitable gift for the company. Here at the Rawls College, these types of opportunities are available all the time. We have alumni luncheons and happy hours throughout the state that can provide those speaking and branding opportunities, and also regional fundraising events that have other opportunities for recognition. So if you or your company would benefit from an audience of Rawls alumni, which have hundreds of high-level positions all across the state in all industries, we can really check the boxes for a win-win situation and promote your company and message in a room full of Rawls alumni and support Texas Tech University. So at this point, I'd love to open it up to you all. If you want to use the chat feature to ask any questions that you have, please feel free. And again, this was part 3 of our Smart Giving webinar series. The links to part 1, Smart Giving for Effective Outcomes, which includes planned giving and estate giving, and part 2, how to create an endowment in 4 easy steps, are in the chat, and you can stay tuned for part 4 coming in spring 2021. And oops. There we go. And this is me and my team, so I encourage you to reach out if you need anything at all. Thank you so much.